Since the founding fathers, the love of the land is something buried deep inside of us. It is our heritage, our history, our passion. And we are its greatest stewards. From the smallest blades of grass to the widest of nature's wonders, this is who we are. This is Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land. Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land is brought to you by Outdoor Bank, get out there. Big Frig, a way of life. Frank's Butcher Shop, Wyoming born, raised and shipped to your door. And by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land.
Welcome to Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land. I'm your host, Alan Treadwell. On this episode, we're headed out to Montana to check out a premier hunting ranch known for its top-notch elk hunting, right near the world-famous Big and Little Snowy Mountains. Before heading down south to an absolute stunning property in Alabama that includes a 13-bedroom home on a 160-acre private lake. And while we showcase a few select listings on each episode, Hayden Outdoors has hundreds of properties from coast to coast listed on HaydenOutdoors.com. Now let's head out to North Carolina to catch up with the Lancasters and learn how they manage their sweet potato operation on this 7th generation family farm.
One thing that really amazes me that I heard, and tell me if I'm wrong, but this little part of North Carolina is kind of the sweet potato capital of the world.
That's correct. 65% of the world's sweet potatoes is here, right here within a 30-mile radius.
Today I'm in North Carolina, visiting our friends at Lancaster Farms, a family operation spanning 7 generations. When I last saw the Lancasters, they were in the middle of their tobacco harvest, and I got a chance to see all their hard work firsthand. This year I'm back, but this time it's sweet potato season.
So right now we're obviously in the heart of harvest season, planting season for sweet potatoes here in eastern North Carolina. Right now it takes about 12,000 plants to the acre to set an acre of sweet potatoes, 12,500 to be exact. It takes a lot of labor to do this. Whenever we are cutting, we use steak knives, to cut. We keep it an inch above the dirt. Okay. In mid-March, we start bedding these seed potatoes, and we'll go all the way till November the 1st.
Wow.
Like Derek mentioned, cutting and bedding seed potatoes is a labor-intensive process. So when you need a lot of help to pull it off, you've got to have a good crew. And the Lancasters have a great crew, one that's become part of the family.
A lot of these guys have been out here for years and years and years with the same farm, the same family, and have done this a bunch.
Yeah, we got some guys that, they always remind me that they were here whenever I was a baby. And now we're starting to see their kids come here.
Your process is a part of their livelihood, whether they're there, here, or whatever. I mean, and they become part of the family.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's guys that's been coming to us for, like I said, 25 to 30 years, and some of them sat with us at my granddad's funeral. Like their family.
Yeah, this is a family business for you guys. I mean, that's one of your cousins right there, out in the field with the workers, right?
8th generation is out here already.
Walker's 8th generation on this farm. Are you
generation,
serious?
Already out here, wanting to work. His mom always tells me that he's at the packing line, wanting to work every day and trying to make $1 and save $1 at the same time. So, he's starting out right now. You start him out young, and normally that seed follows him, throughout his livelihood, and hopefully he'll be one of those who continues on the family tradition.
mean, that's just, I mean, you think about 8 generations. That's a long time for a family to work together.
It's a huge dedication working with family. It can be tough, it's great, but you know, it's something that you got to do. You know, there's pros and cons with any profession you're in, but farming is definitely one that, it's a different life, but it's a great life. Honestly, I never thought I'd farm. I literally went to college and I didn't really have no interest, but it worked out to where I stayed here and fell in love with it, and you know, now I'm part of the legacy that continues to go on, and hopefully Walker one day will continue that on.
It's amazing to see a young boy like Walker carrying Lancaster Farms into its 8th generation. Now that I've seen the cutting process, I'm ready to head over to the planting field to see how they get all those sweet potato plants into the ground.
This segment of Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land is brought to you by Big Frig, a way of life.
Hiring? Let's go.
This segment of Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land is brought to you by Frank's Butcher Shop, Wyoming born, raised, and shipped to your door.
Now let's head to Montana to take a look at a property agent Mike Sedgwick has listed, Half Moon Ranch East.
Hi, I'm Mike Sedgwick with Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, and today we are in Lewistown, Montana. We're at the Half Moon Ranch East. This ranch lies in between the Big Snowies and the Little Snowy Mountains in the Half Moon Canyon range, and it's right on the North Fork of the Flat Willow. We're located 25 miles just south of Lewistown on the Red Hill Road. Makes it really easy to get back into town, go get groceries and all the amenities that Lewistown has to offer. Billings, Montana is an hour and a half from here, has a commercial airport. Great Falls is also an hour and a half, and then you got Bozeman, 2.5 hours from here. So this ranch consists of 1,670 deeded acres, also has 520 acres of BLM that is added to it. And this is one of the premier hunting areas for elk in the state of Montana. So the hunting districts on this ranch is 411. It's a well-known hunting unit for big trophy bull elk. The Fish and Game has this rated in the Snowy Mountain area, which is at 10,000 head of elk. The elk have run average in that 350 to 380 range. There's a lot of trophy mule deer, good amount of black bear in here, and mountain lion. This is just phenomenal, pretty mountain terrain, and that's probably my favorite part. Endless recreational opportunities here. There are 2 parcels of adjacent state land, one to the northwest and the other one's to the southwest and southeast. Right now we're in the upper 520 acres of this ranch. Now we're going to make our way down, hit the BLM that is awesome elk hunting as well. And then we're going to drop down and we hit the North Fork of the Flat Willow. And there's some good places that we'll maybe find some elk up on this side up here as we head over towards the state piece. Bulls have been in here, they've been playing hard. There was an area of aspens that were just covered with rubs. It was pretty neat to see. There's just good sign everywhere on this ranch. So we're right in the middle of the elk country, and it's a fun place to be. The improvements on this place, there's a little 2-bedroom, 1-bath cabin, and it also has a shop down there. There is also another little cabin just off of Flat Willow Road, and that's just a summer type cabin. This ranch offers a lot of water. The mountain springs that come off of here, there's 2 reservoirs that we just went and looked at, another one to our east, and that's where we caught some elk sign today. And it has the bedding area, it has the water, and it has some awesome country, just good grass up here. The favorite part about this property for me is this ranch offers hunting possibilities for all ages. The new buyer has the opportunity just to bring his family out here, kids and grandkids, and be able to recreate and enjoy the mountain atmosphere and all the timber and the water with the terrain and the North Fork of the Flat Willow. Just off of Red Hill Road, there's thousands of acres of national forest, and from there you can get into the big snowies and hike, hunt. This is one of those ranches that you can make into a legacy ranch real easy.
This segment of Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land is brought to you by Outdoor Bank. Get out there. Introducing Hayden Outdoors Mercantile. Get your own Hayden Outdoors branded gear for your life outdoors and more. Offering a variety of branded gear and apparel, from finely crafted clothing, handmade leather accessories, coolers, drinkware, hats, and more, from popular brands like Orvis, Big Frig, Tacticam, Cool, and more. So go to HaydenOutdoors.com, pick up your collection of Hayden gear, and join the stampede. Hayden Outdoors Mercantile, ride for the brand. Looking to sell your land quickly? Hayden Outdoors offers online land auctions through our auction platform and mobile app. In just 45 days, we can list your property, design and launch a property marketing plan, and host an online auction through our proven online auction platform. Contact one of our land professionals today to learn more about land auctions at HaydenOutdoors.com. The Crawford Ranch in Malheur County, Oregon offers 4,800 deeded acres with Snake River frontage surrounded by BLM. Featuring 191 acres of irrigated land, 1,800 acres of productive pasture, and 2,787 acres of rangeland, this property is ideal for livestock and crop production. The ranch includes outbuildings for efficient operations, 2 homes, and natural springs for water supply. This is a unique opportunity for agricultural and recreational pursuits in a prime location. For more information about any of the properties featured on Life on the Land, visit www.haydenoutdoors.com.
Now we're headed south to Alabama to a beautiful property listed by agents Charlie Ward and John Bamick, Sugar Creek Trophy Farm.
We built a number of these type, I guess most people would call them maybe just a large barn-dominium type structure. They're really fitting for this kind of property with more of the country feel and the farm feel. And so when we bought this, it had about an 8,000-foot shop up on the hill, had power run, municipal water run in, and we've built the lodge, boathouse, did some improvements on the lake, put in 2 pivots that are hardwired to power with a converter. So yeah, we've been busy. We are located just out of center Alabama, and I would say there's north of 10 million people that live within a 2 to 3 hour radius of property. When you draw, say, a 250-mile radius circle around this place, it covers an enormous population of people. The property here is a little over 2,100 acres. There's approximately 1,800 of it high fenced. 300 acres outside the fence is in a really low wetland area with a lot of duck habitat. But the centerpiece of the property is a 160-acre lake.
We wanted to be on the water. So that was, a little bit of a unique design to set this house literally on the water. We have several bedrooms upstairs and 3 down, and then a big family room, dining area, and kitchen. Just a great spot for the whole family to get together.
I mean, you want to put a lodge where it most enhances the property, to where not only guys get together and enjoy the outdoors, but the ladies and the wives and the kids, and it's just a family environment. Big kitchen open areas are always a big hit, because that's where your social life's going on, and typically would have some type of media center or a movie room or something for kids and whatnot to get away or to watch a ball game. And in the bedrooms, the bedrooms where they have bathrooms and closets, and especially if there's kids involved, to where mom can take the little ones and kind of have a cool down time and not be right in the middle of where everybody's talking and cutting up and having a good time.
Something I think that God created us with an innate ability to do that's just an awesome feature is the ability to truly just take something from what it was and enhance it.
It's just fun to try to make every piece of the property better than the way you found it, number one, but then number two, to just get the complete package out of your property.
We wanted to take advantage of the scenery, the big porch, the fans, the outdoor kitchen, the furniture, everything, really just lends itself to, hanging out here on the porch with friends and family. And, we've got a large parking area, and then the boathouse, we wanted to make sure that was close so that we could come and go with the boats and fish and just enjoy the water, as well as, having a nice storage room to store fishing rods and some kayaks and other things that we need for the boat, as well as the deer cooler. That's always seems to be a good social event when someone gets an animal, especially we have a lot of kids that hunt with us. So, once they harvest a deer or a turkey or whatever, that's a cool place for everybody to get together, have some pictures, and enjoy a good time together, as a group.
As it's been said before a lot, you can go shoot a turkey in the morning and then you can be fishing and pulling bass into the boat like it's no big deal in 30 minutes. There's not a lot of bigger tracts of land left that have the ability overall to be able to host that kind of stuff and to have that kind of privacy and to have that kind of exclusivity.
It's awesome to come at it from a wildlife perspective, enhancing properties into legacy properties. It's just been very cool to see that over the years. There's a place here where you can bring a large amount of people, and then you can literally do anything that you want to do on this property. You can go fish, you can sit on the deck, you can hang out by the grill, you can go kill a big deer, you can go shoot a turkey. It's literally one of the most diverse properties that we have ever been on.
I guess one of my favorite things about the property would be the fact that there are so many favorite things to have. When you get to the end of a project like this, 10 out of 10 people will walk out of that door and look at the lake and look at the mountain and look at the views, and all 10 of them will say, "That's awesome." And it's just a really cool thing to be able to go to a place all the time where people say, "That's awesome."
For more information about any of the properties featured on Life on the Land, visit www.haydenoutdoors.com. The Frank story started when Billy Brenton learned quality Wyoming beef was not readily available to everyone at an affordable price. Billy's vision of Frank's Butcher Shop came to life to bring Wyoming-raised beef, cut straight from your personal butcher, fresh to your table. Visit franksbutchershop.com and take 25% off for subscribing and enjoy delicious, high-quality, dry-aged beef. Frank's, Wyoming born, raised, and shipped from our door to yours. Have you heard the news? Because the largest and most aggressive land marketing plan just got bigger, and Hayden Outdoors is stampeding its way throughout the country with more advertising horsepower than ever before. Millions of dollars spent to bring buyers and sellers together through a marketing plan that's the cream of the crop, reaching millions of land buyers monthly, with over $5 billion in land sales over the last 5 years. Hayden Outdoors, the brand that sells the land. The Silt Investment Farm offers 677 acres of prime land with 476 irrigated acres, supported by extensive water rights, including 23.5 CFS from the Minota Ditch. Located in Silt, Colorado, the farm features 3 irrigation pivots, flood irrigation, hay sheds, and a creek running through the property. Located just 1 mile from I-70, it provides over a mile of paved frontage. This property is a unique investment, offering both agricultural potential and outdoor enjoyment, all just miles from Silt, Rifle, and Glenwood Springs. For more information about any of the properties featured on Life on the Land, visit www.haydenoutdoors.com.
Takes roughly 25 people to run a crew. Like I said earlier, 12,500 plants to the acre.
Wheels spinning in the middle and they're just setting them in there as fast as they can.
Tractor's going 0.6 miles an hour.
So you got the guys here walking behind and they're basically coming in, filling in gaps where they miss one.
That's correct.
So when it comes harvest time, each one of these plants here is gonna have a hill of sweet potatoes underneath it.
Anywhere from normally 3 to 7 potatoes on a hill. So you would call this a hill,
Yep.
you know, one plant. And spaced out, like I said, anywhere from 10 to 12 inches is the spacing for 12,500. We're on 46-inch rows. Like I said, 12,500, which is double the amount that we put in tobacco. So it definitely takes a lot of plants and a lot of people.
It's been eye-opening to say the least to see the amount of work it takes to farm sweet potatoes at this scale. Now it's 30 days of fertilizing and cultivating, another 60 to 90 days before harvest, then it's on to Spencer and his team for curing and packing. So Spencer, we just left the field with Derek and he was showing all the stuff that goes in the field. Now after they harvest them, they come to here, correct?
That's correct. They come in buildings like this on flatbed trucks. Once we get them in this room, they go through a curing process.
Okay.
Which basically means we give it a little bit of heat and we monitor the humidity. We want to make sure we keep it at the desired area. We cure the potato, which means we turn the starches to sugars, and that's why the sweet potato is sweet.
Awesome. So now they go from here back
Right.
up to your main processing facility.
That's exactly right. Once we bring them up from the storage room, we'll stage them in this room right here. Now you'll notice it's not air conditioned, so once we bring them up here, we run them within about 4 hours.
Okay.
They get put in this dump tank, which is nothing but water inside the dump tank. It's about 6,000 gallons stainless steel. This right here there's a spray boom just to rinse it off a little bit.
Yep.
Then what we have, we call it our brush bed. It's basically like car wash brushes with that stiff black bristles on it. Once it goes through that is when we start the grading process with the manual labor on the other side.
Okay. So this is grading for size, correct?
Right, this is called a carrying style or roller separator style sizer. It starts with the smallest potatoes dropping first, and it has the largest potatoes dropping last. Those motors over there allow me to change the size at which they drop. Underneath us, the conveyor belts that you see going underneath us, we refer to as drops. So this is a 6-drop sizer.
Okay.
There are some that have much more, there are some that have much less. And the reason that I have so many people working here is because since it's diameter based, if I have a long skinny potato or a short fat potato, it may fall too early or too late. So they're taking them, they all have kitchen scales, but they're also very well trained. Some of them have been here since we opened the doors in 2016 to the packing line. They are incredibly important to doing a good job here.
After the boxes get filled, they get one last look to make sure they're ready for retail. Anything that doesn't make the cut gets put into process grade boxes, while the retail boxes are stacked and moved to the cooler, where they're staged for shipping all around the world. So this is really the final step of the whole process.
And it's the best feeling by far. So once you walk through the cooler doors, we have everything staged, ready to go on shipping containers. We have 3 coolers back here. We can house about 18 truckloads, 20 pallets per truckload of product.
Yep.
Once it's finished.
65% of the world's sweet potatoes coming through these 5 counties in North Carolina. I mean, it's unbelievable.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah,
it is.
It is. Well, thank you so much for the tour. I appreciate it.
Thank you
very
coming
much.
out. This was fun.
I just want to say thank you to the Lancaster family for having us back out to the farm. It's a beautiful thing to see a family working together, taking care of each other, and passing the torch to the next generation. And if you've got an event or story you'd like featured on Life on the Land, be sure to let us know, because it's genuine folks all across this country that make this such a special place to buy up some ground and live life on the land.
For more information on any of our great properties for sale, please call 866-741-8323 or visit us online at HaydenOutdoors.com.